we are seeing two pitchers perform in a manner that is all time.
Yep.
And deGrom being one, Jacob deGrom being one with the Mets, and how he is performing and how he throws and what gas he brings, as well as his ability to hit too. And then there's Ohtani, who is a unicorn. What are your thoughts on these two guys and what we can expect of them, not just this year but long term? What do you think?
Yeah, I make no bones about it. I did Jacob deGrom's debut for MLB Network when he came up and faced the Yankees, and
Yep.
I've been known to make some kind of outrageous statements that don't, by the way, turn into too many outrageous statements. They end up being kind of in line with how I think, in my opinion. But I said he'd be the best pitcher the Mets have ever seen when he made his debut. That's how much I fell in love with a guy that I thought could mature into one of the best, and he is. The most dominant pitcher that we've seen in maybe ever. And so that being said, if he stays healthy, of course, the Mets are always in the conversation of, oh, you don't want to play the Mets if they get to the postseason and stay healthy. Having said that, I'm going to give you another outrageous statement about Ohtani. Ohtani is a special player that, I think everyone's rooting for, but the reality of how much longer can this not take away from each great talent that he has. I will say this about Ohtani. And again, when I saw him, come into the league, I didn't think he could stay healthy in the beginning because the task he was trying to pull off was monumental. And he needed time on both sides, both from a pitching side and from a hitting side. You combine the both, and he's had this super kind of freakish athlete that I hope we continue to see. But if all he did was pitch, he would be on the trails of a Jacob deGrom. He's that good. He has that kind of stuff, that he has wipeout, dominant, number one ace stuff, that's the Angels need that so bad. So hypothetically, if they got to the postseason and you had to pick and choose what's the greatest asset for that club, based on their pitching needs, the greatest asset for me is his pitching ability. He had no hitter stuff yesterday. But the ability to kind of hit and take away some energy from doing both at a high level, you could tell he was tired. You could tell he would be drained. And yes, offensively, he didn't do as well that game. But that's my point. Like, you have this unbelievable talent, but his arm, for me, is so unique that I don't know he'll be given the opportunity to reach that level because of the dual job that he enjoys doing, and they're showcasing.
Did you see his reaction to getting checked? He seemed to enjoy it. It was just like, okay, yeah. Him and deGrom too. They were like, okay, sure.
I think that's most of what everybody knows is coming. So, I'll be shocked if things come down and change and people go back to it, but you never know anymore. I was shocked we still have PED failures, but right. I like the direction of how everyone's handling it. We had an isolated situation that you talked about. I don't think we'll see many more of those. And, we're headed towards the All-Star game to showcase some incredible talent. But, man, Shohei, home run derby,
right.
The fact that you know how I feel. I think pitchers are the best athletes in the world anyways, Rich.
Yes,
so
I do.
We're just finally coming around to people getting a chance to see it.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.